everybody hear me okay? I'll try to talk a little bit louder. Students, please make sure that we are quiet. We are not on our phones during the ceremony, please. But good morning and thank you for joining us today. Welcome to the Texhoma Public Schools Awards Assembly. It is my honor to share in the achievements and recognition of the students of our school. I want to thank our teachers, parents, and families for their continued support and efforts to push our students and to help them grow academically. We will begin the assembly by presenting awards to our 5th through 8th grade students, followed by our 9th through 12th grades. At this time, I would like to introduce our NHS students to the stage for the opening ceremony. Derek Keenan and Aspen Collins.
Please bow your heads. Dear Lord, just thank you for letting us be here today, Lord. Thank you for letting us gather here to celebrate another very successful year. I pray that you continue to be with us and grow with us. And in your name we pray. Amen.
Please remain standing for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Good morning. This is for the 5th grade, and some of them will be repeated. Language Arts, highest grade point, Zaylee Bonilla. Language Arts, highest grade point, Emery Jones. Let's go down, right down there. For writing, highest grade point, Gracie Lou Yeager. Did I do it right? And reading, highest grade point, Millie Cartwright. Reading, highest grade point, Sienna McDaniel. Wait right here, Sienna. And another one for Sienna is a writing, highest grade point average. Highest grade point average for math was Millie Cartwright. I chose 2 on every subject, so Gracie had the highest math grade. Science, highest grade point average was Millie Cartwright. Highest grade point average in science, Sienna McDaniel. Highest grade point average in social studies, Sienna McDaniel. Sorry. Highest grade point average in social studies, Millie Cartwright. I think, okay, and then I have, all right, then I have an award for the most improved in math, Kyson Keelan. Kyson has worked really hard this year to get his grades up. Most improved in reading, Denise Fuentes. Did Jose ever show up? Okay. And do I need to, where's Miss Breeden? Do I need to wait on the Spanish one or give it? Okay. All right, thank you. This is 5th grade.
Everybody, good morning. What a year. Thank you, 6th grade students, for an exciting and fun year. Thank you, Mr. Brooks and Mrs. Canty and Mrs. Elliott, for all your help this year. Thank you to my senior aides, Cody Page Audrain and Zara E. Porez. They graded lots of papers. Thank you, Mom and Dad, or Coach Higgins and Mrs. Higgins, for all your help and support. Thank you, THS, administration, faculty, and staff, for a fun year. Okay, so on to my outstanding top student awards for each subject. I just did one top student for each subject, and it was really close. So the outstanding top student award for language arts is Carly Bolin. The next outstanding top student award for math is Victoria Porez. The outstanding top student award for reading is Carly Bolin. So for science and geography, we split the semester in half and do science for 9 weeks and then geography for the second 9 weeks. We do this for both semesters. The outstanding top student for each 9 weeks of science is Victoria Porez. And the outstanding top student for each 9 weeks of geography is Carly Bolin. Thank you, 6th grade and THS. It's always a great day to be a Red Devil.
Okay, I have a couple awards for reading. I'll start off with 5th grade. My top student is Kalia Mullinex in Carter Barton. 6th grade, Shelby Whitehead in Sochi, Cordova. 7th grade, Marielle in Kelvin Marquez. 8th grade, Juan Gonzalez and George Johnson. 'And I have a fantastic student award for Kimberly Garay. 'Okay, I have 2 awards to give out to 2 top vocalists for junior high, and I'm super excited to have them next year in high school choir. Our top female vocalist who would have got to go to state with us, but it conflicted with our state testing, so next year she'll be with us. That's Peyton Montgomery. And my top male vocalist learned a song in a week and a half. He memorized it and he took it to districts, and he got an excellent rating, and that is Cesario Villa.
Hello. 7th and 8th grade are split into two different classes. And so I have a top student for each class, but then an overall student that has the highest average for for both classes. So for 7th grade, my top student in my 4th hour is Ava McDaniel. Oh. I lied. She's my overall winner for all of 7th grade. Now my top student in my 4th hour for real this time is Victoria Villalobos. My top student for my 6th hour is Ivana Alvarado. All right, 8th grade. My top student in my 5th hour is Peyton Montgomery. My top student in my 2nd hour, Katie Yates. And my overall 8th grade top student is Sarah E. Barahona. All right, now we'll move on to student council. I just wanted to recognize my officers. They said, Miss McBride, we need a dance. All right, let's do it. And they planned, they made posters. Anything I asked them to do, they were there. They did amazing. So my student council treasurer, Bella Brewer. Secretary, Riley Ford. Vice President, Cesario Villa. and my president, Emiliano Villalobos. Thank you.
Alrighty, real quick, as some of you all have already know or not know, that this is going to be my last awards banquet, and so I'd really just want to first thank the Texhoma kids, the Texhoma administration, Texhoma School Board, Texhoma community for really giving me an opportunity to create some great things here in Texhoma the last 8 years. You know, our students are obviously known for their state reputation on the field and on the court, but they deserve it in the classroom and other activities as well. And so I don't take this awards assembly too lightly. I'm going to talk on my kids a lot because I love my kids. I give 2 awards per grade. One award is my top student award, which is pretty clear. It's the student with the highest grade who turns in the best quality work. And I give a dark horse award, and that dark horse award represents a student who I feel has potential to be absolutely great, and for some odd reason they often get overlooked, and they're the kids who come to this award assembly and say, I'm never getting it, I'm not getting anything, I don't know why I'm here. You're getting something, so be prepared for that. 7th grade, start out with the top student. This 7th grade class has lots of potential. They're really great. It's a really difficult choice. There's about 8 or so kids that I thought I could put the name on this award. But when it turns out, only one of them had a 100% for a final grade. So your 7th grade top student is Alyssa Ortega. Seventh grade dark horse. I think a really good signal who deserves the dark horse is when you get a test back or a quiz back and they score 100 on it, and you start thinking, how did they cheat? How did they get away with this? But in reality, this kid's actually really, really smart. He's a lot smarter than people give him granted for. This student has a real great chance to show his responsibility, his maturity, if you give him the opportunity to. When he sees himself in a positive light, he's an amazing student. I think he can absolutely shine. My Dark Horse Award winner is Diego Carrillo. Eighth grade, top students, again, lots of brilliant minds in the 8th grade. This student, they didn't have the top grade. They're not very vocal. They're not going to, blow you away in class discussions, but when you get written work for them, holy cow, it is amazing. Whether it's just a chapter review or a test question or an essay, they're writing down some really amazing things. They're brilliant. My top student for 8th grade is going to be Sari Barona. Eighth grade dark horse was another one that was really hard for me. In fact, I had a couple different names I typed out on their certificate and went back and went, maybe someone else is more deserving. What it really came down to is I started looking at who improved from 7th grade and who made the major improvements I saw. Last year, I felt that this student was really distant. He didn't participate. If work got done, it was done late. Didn't talk, didn't take any initiative. it was a rough year. This year, completely different. He's the student who's most involved in class discussions. He's the one getting work done on time. If he's missing work, he's coming up and saying, what am I missing? How do I get this done? How do I get a better grade? He brought a whole huge light. He took a leadership role in a class where some of our greatest 8th grade and some of our greatest Texhoma ever leaders are going to be in. My Dark Horse Award goes to Jonathan De La Fuente. All right, you guys can go ahead and sit down. Since I'm up here and we had some 8th grade participation, we're going to move on to esports. Oh, she's going to get a picture of them. If you don't know, this first year, Texhoma got to do esports. We competed in a league called the OKSE League, which is ran by Oklahoma educators. They have over 200 schools. It's considered widely as the largest and most prestigious league in the state. It's a tough league. We played an exhibition tournament down in Amarillo in February, and everyone who went said, this is easy. Like, this is a lot easier than who we've been playing all year. And it's because our league is tough. So when we talk about making playoffs, it was big. We had 8-2 teams, 7-3 teams that didn't make the playoffs. The league was so tough. We had 27 students who participated in esports this year, 16 in individual events, 20 team events, competing in 16 different titles or game modes. Before I really get started here and going, I'm going to ask my team captain to come up here and help me give out awards, so this goes pretty quickly. Team captain was Pete Martinez. You don't know? Pete Martinez is like my right-hand man. He helped out so much, and he gave the student perspective of what I was trying to get through, and we were able to get a lot accomplished with him as captain, so. And this is your stack. All right, this is a big stack. I'm going to run through it as quickly as I can because you don't want to hear too much on it. We're going to announce all of our state playoff and state championship qualifiers. If you get called up, please stay up here so that we're not going back and forth because I'm going to run through this really, really quickly here. In our fall season, qualifying as the 9th seed in the game Madden was Eric Sanchez. Eric, unfortunately, got a job and wasn't able to go that weekend. He took forfeit losses to Conoway and Pauls Valley and finished 24th place. Qualifying 6th in Madden was Pete Martinez. Pete lost the opening round to Spyro. He then beat Calumet in the second round and lost to Pauls Valley for a 16th place finish. Qualifying 9th in Fortnite, Aiden Watley, Greg Romero, George Johnson, Juan Gonzalez, Gerardo Garay, Nico Sibilli, Madden Martin. These guys lost the opening round to Epic Charter Schools. They then went on to beat Lomega and then lost to Conoway for a 15th place finish. Qualifying as the 9th seed, WWE Pete Martinez. Pete beat Canute 2 before losing to Canute 1. He then beat Calumet to qualify for state. At state, Pete was reseeded as the 7th seed. He lost to Weber's Falls, and then he beat Lomega 1. He beat Lomega 2 before losing to Davis for a 4th place finish. Qualifying as the 4th seed, Smite. Tina Graham, Emily Ledford, Pete Martinez, Jackson Schrader, Nathan McAuliffe, Gio Figueroa, and George Johnson. They lost the opening round to Weatherford. They defeated Altus and then lost to Bray Doyle for a 3rd place finish. These were your fall qualifiers. In the spring, again, make sure you stay up here in case you get another one of these. In the spring, they took out the playoffs and they kept just the state tournament. So it was a lot more difficult for teams to qualify. Qualifying as the 56th seed in Super Smash Brothers, Aiden Watley. Unfortunately, because of the track scheduling, Aiden wasn't able to attend, and he took forfeit losses to Tahlequah and Agra for a 128th place finish. Qualifying the 46th seed, Super Smash Brothers, Pete Martinez. Pete lost the opening round to Lawton Ike, and then to Mustang to finish 97th place. Qualifying in as the 52nd seed in the junior high tournament. By the way, this is the only one that actually competed with junior high. All these 8th graders that you see up here, they competed against high school the whole time. That would be, let's find my spot, Super Smash Brothers, Josiah Lavario. Josiah lost the opening round to Weatherford. He then beat Canute, and then lost to Shawnee for a 65th place finish. Qualifying as the 8th seed, Paladins, Cesario Villa, Emiliano Villalobos, AJ Breeden, Josiah Lavario, Luke McDaniel. They lost the opening round to Laverne and then to Broken Bow for an 8th place finish. Qualifying as the 8th seed, Rainbow Six Siege, Greg Romero, Ace Williams, Baxter Mary, Josiah Lavario, Jackson Schrader, George Johnson, Ezra Salamanca. This team actually played in the playoffs undermanned due to illness. They lost to Cyril and they lost to Mildrow, both in overtime games to finish 8th place. Qualifying as the 8th seed, Divine Knockout, George Johnson, Pete Martinez, Aiden Watley. These guys, they have a lot of room to brag here. They lost to the state champions and they lost to the state runner-ups to finish 8th. Qualifying as the 5th seed, Rocket League, Aiden Watley, Juan Gonzalez. They beat Kanawha in the first round. They lost to Davis 1. Then they beat Davis 2 before losing to Canute, which they had already beaten multiple times, but they lost to Canute and finished 4th. And then finally, qualifying as the 5th seed, Divine Knockout, Luke McDaniel, AJ Breeden, Josiah Lavario. These boys lost the opening round in overtime to Davis, and then they went on a tear. They defeated Texhoma, they defeated Bray Doyle, they defeated Laverne, and they eventually won the state championship game against Guyman. Okay, go ahead and have a seat, guys. Did I miss?
I think you missed it.
Oh, sorry, I missed. No, I said that. Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, you want that?
Yeah, I'll take those. Oh, there's Jackson. Some special awards to give out for the esports program. We had a little tradition in esports. After your first official victory, you earned the final part of your uniform, which was a white hat. It was a great honor to join that white hat club. Some of them it came easy to, others it kind of took a while. That evolved into adding stickers for each of your victories, and that quickly became a race to see who would get the most stickers. The White Hat Award is going to go to the players that had the most stickers. I ended up, don't know officially who won this because I'm pretty sure they started making up victories at the end to earn stickers. But that goes to Pete Martinez and Aiden Watley. All right, my next award. As many of you know, if you're not winning in video games, it's very extremely easy to just quit. In fact, it's such an easy thing to do that the term rage quitting refers to someone who quits before a game is over with. Honestly, it's probably the most delicate issue involving esports. Players' egos are so built on wins and losses, which is insane because we all start playing video games to have fun, and that's what it's about. This person, they join esports to have fun, because that's what it should be about. That fun kind of burnt out quickly after each loss. I don't know if they're going to really appreciate me telling you this, but it got to 41 losses in a row. I want you to think of that in your perspective. Can you lose 41 times in a row and continue to show up and continue to come back and try again and try again? This person had a lot of heart to continue to come back, continue to play, and never quit. As most of you know, I'm not much of a hugger. I hugged students twice after a game. The first one was, the one time was after that state championship win. The second time was after that 40-second match when Tina got her first win. Tina wins the Never Quit Award. I'm going to mix things up. I'm going to go to my MVP award. Early in the season, we were playing Halo against a team in Southwest Oklahoma by Altus. They had an absolute stud on their team named LaSquid, and they beat the absolute living snot out of us. Immediately following, the whole league, all the coaches, they're on this huge Zoom call, and that coach got on and he yelled, "How do you like that LaSquid?" And he does it after every time they win. He just rubs it in, and it's annoying. Later on in the season, when we were playing games like Fortnite, Smite, Call of Duty, Rainbow Six, Pac-Man. No, we weren't playing Pac-Man, but anyways, the opposing coach often called or texted and said, "Man, that Demon Time kid, he's good." And I'm like, "Yeah, he's my LaSquid." And then privately, because we're not sore winners, we would yell, "How'd you like that Demon Time?" Our MVP is George Johnson. And then before I give this a final award, I know with me leaving, the program's kind of up in the air. I get the understanding that, the mindset of video games aren't really that important. But I got to tell you, there's something really special here. It's something I really believe in. I believe in enough that I'm leaving this 8-year career to pursue a career in it. We currently have over half a dozen colleges contacting some of our younger students saying, "In 5 years, you better expect a call from me because I'm going to have a written check for you to come play at our school." Let's see, where am I at here? I'm going to make a plea for the returning staff at Texhoma. Please don't let this program die. These kids, they know what they're doing. They have a state championship to defend. They just need a warm body to schedule the games for them. There's tens of thousands of dollars of scholarships out there for these kids. My final award goes to the person who was offered the most scholarships in the year. This student was offered $15,000 in esports scholarship, and that was before we had to stop telling schools, "Please stop contacting us. He's already accepted committed to another program at a different school." There's so much more that can be given out in this. Most scholarship offers was to Pete Martinez. Thank you, guys.
Okay, I get the pleasure of teaching junior high math, and I have some top students to hand out. For my first hour, 7th grade math class goes to Avon McDaniels. second hour. This one was pretty close, but my top dog was Alyssa Ortega. All right, in 8th grade, I have 2 classes there. For my third hour class, my top student was Peyton Montgomery. And then for 4th hour, this one goes to Ezra Salamanca.
So this was the first year we had 10 8th graders decide to take Algebra 1. So they essentially tried to skip a grade. And my class is not easy. I pushed them pretty hard, and some of them found that out the hard way. I wanted to give 2 awards to my algebra students in 8th grade. One for being the top student, maintaining an average of 93.1% over the entire school year, and that is Haiti Porras. And then I also wanted to recognize a student so we benchmark 3 times a year, and this student scored in the 97th percentile nationally. So if that doesn't make sense to you, that means she was scoring higher than 97% of all the students in Algebra 1 across the country. That is Sarah E. Barahona. I also have the privilege to teach a GT class, also known as Gifted and Talented. Had 18 students that I took 1 hour a week, and we worked on critical thinking skills, we worked on some processing, some strategy, all sorts of things to improve their development as students and as human beings. And I've got 2 awards that I wanted to give. The first one is the Most Innovative Award. This student continually thought outside the box, improving their critical thinking skills in multiple ways throughout the year, and was constantly trying to better herself. This goes to Avon McDaniel. This last award I'm calling the Turtle Award. This award is given to signify a student coming out of their shell. Within my Gifted and Talented class, this student was a non-talkative student early in the semester and really began to speak their mind, really began to stand up for their ideas, thoughts. So this Turtle Award goes to Ivana Alvarado.
morning. I'm Mrs. Schrader. I teach 7th and 8th grade science. Most of my kids call me Mama Schrader, and that's good because when people ask me, well, how does everybody call you Mama Schrader? Well, years ago when my girls were in school, that's what they called me. So then all their friends started to call me that, and all of their little brothers and sisters call me that. So now I'm just Mama Schrader, and that's good. Okay, my top science award for first hour is Alyssa Ortega. Second hour top student, and also blew the benchmarks away. When we talked about benchmarks, he talked earlier on the first benchmark of the year. I think she scored a 99, which is a 99, scored above 99% of her kids that took that same test in the nation. Outstanding. Avon McDaniel. Eighth grade, my top science student is Pez Ezra Salamanca. And my fourth hour top student, very quiet, doesn't say a word, but knows her business, is Sarah E. Barahona. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Miss Allen. I teach agriculture education, and I'm also the FFA advisor. So that's who I have up here with me right now, are three from our new officer team. And I'm going to give away some awards to our 8th grade members, and then I'm going to let these officers introduce themselves to you. And they're going to talk a little bit about the opportunities that ag education and FFA has for you as students, okay? So the first set of awards that we're going to give away to our 8th grade students is what I call a scholarship award. When we hear the word scholarship, we think of money. But I think of scholarship as qualities of a scholar, right? What am I looking for in a scholar in my classroom? So these students show a clear commitment to academics. They think deeply about the topics that we talk about in class, and they ask me a lot of really awesome questions. What does this look like in my life? How does this apply to agriculture in our community? That kind of thing. And they have a really strong work ethic when it comes to doing their classwork and all of the different projects that we do in class. So these students are Tate Skelton, Ezra Salamanca, Haiti Porras, Josiah Lavario, and Sarah E. Barahona. So like I said, these students are awesome in the classroom. Several of them have stepped out of the classroom with me this year and done some different competitions and things like that. And that's what I'm going to recognize next, our students who have shown some leadership in our FFA organization. So FFA is the largest youth organization in the world. And their main focus is premier leadership, personal growth, and career success through agriculture education, okay? So there are certain qualities of leadership that every FFA member should possess, okay? These students follow directions really well. They speak effectively in front of other people. They're very good communicators. They manage their time in and out of the classroom. They're extremely creative. They recognize the opportunities that are given to them. They say, that sounds like a good opportunity for me. I would like to be a part of that. They work with others and they motivate them, and they try new things. As 8th graders, these are the students that really stepped out of their comfort zone and tried all sorts of contests with me, let me drag them across the state, okay? So these students are Tate Skelton. Tate served as the president on our opening and closing ceremonies state qualifying team, or the vice president, pardon me. The next is Ezra Salamanca. He was our president on that state qualifying team. Ezra also let me drag him to El Reno for a commercial cattle grading contest, which is completely new to him, and he did fantastic. Next, we have Haiti Porras. She was also part of that state qualifying opening closing ceremonies team, and she also judged at the county livestock judging contest, scored high enough to actually qualify to get to go judge at Redlands Community College the next week. So she did really well in that contest this year. Next, we have Blake McGlasson. He was the sentinel for our opening and closing ceremonies team. Also did some livestock judging and commercial cattle grading. Next, we have Riley Ford. This girl tried a little bit of everything. She tried opening closing ceremonies. She went to a speech workshop. She did some livestock judging. Anywhere that we were going, she said, hey, I want to try that. And then our last leadership award goes to AJ Breeden, also a part of our opening closing ceremonies team. Okay, I'm going to let these officers introduce themselves to you.
Hi, my name is Jessica Woodbury. I'm y'all's 2023-2024 chapter president. I'm going to be a senior in the fall, and I just kind of wanted to talk about how ag can go past the classrooms and even past all the competitions. We live in a really ag-based community, and so there are a lot of career opportunities surrounded by agricultural classes and agricultural events. But yeah, thank you.
Hi, my name is Ethan Shoulders, and I'm your 2023-2024 chapter vice president, and I'm going to be a junior next year. I'm here to tell all you little kids out here that agriculture and FFA isn't about owning animals or living on a farm. I get it. We're from a rural community, especially in the state of Oklahoma, where agriculture is really important. But that doesn't require you to live on a farm or have animals. It can go anywhere from working on a computer, creating graphic designs, and taking pictures and being involved in such things like that we do in our chapter here. It can go from that to following through with career tech programs and engineering. Here to tell you that agriculture is a really good deal, a really good youth organization to get in, as well as FFA. Thank you.
My name is Ashley Alexander, and I'm your 2023-2024 secretary. I did some new contests this year that we aren't really familiar with around here. I competed in the AFR Ag Achievement Contest, and I also did the Ag Youth magazine. I took pictures for the magazine at OYE, and you learn a lot of new fun things in the ag classroom. It's not just about crops or showing livestock. There's a lot of opportunities out there for you younger kids. Thank you.
Okay, so students and parents, if you are interested in the ag education courses or FFA as a whole, come talk to me, come talk to these officers. As you can tell, they're fantastic public speakers. That is one of the main things that we focus on in the FFA, is producing students who are productive citizens and really good communicators. So if that's something that interests you, please come and talk to me, and thank you very much for your time.
All right, these awards are going out to the kids that had the most points in my class. First hour in career, Katie Yates. And there was actually a tie, George Johnson. For 7th grade health, it was Alyssa Ortega. Two thank yous. Thank you to Cody and Mr. Brooks for helping in the class of all 30 kids for 7th grade. You ready?
Okay, on to the letter T's for athletics. 5th grade, Carter Barton, football, basketball, track and field. Taggart Berry, football, basketball, track and field. You can hold your applause until the end of each class, please. Thank you. Zaylee Benia, basketball, track and field, cross country. Jose Carrillo, football, basketball, track and field. Millie Cartwright, basketball, track and field. Jalen Chaffin, basketball. Wyatt Kleinsmith, football, basketball, track and field. Alexander Cruz, football, basketball, track and field. Denise Fuentes Chavez, basketball, track and field. Andy Guevara, basketball. Trip Hooks, football, basketball, track and field. Gracie Lou Yeager, basketball, track and field. Emery Jones, basketball, track and field. Kyson Keelan, football. Sienna McDaniel, basketball, track and field, cross country. Hayden Meyer, football, basketball, track and field. Kaylia Molinex, basketball, track and field. Noah Oliver, football, basketball, track and field. Trent Watley, football, basketball, track and field. That's your 5th grade athletics. 6th grade, Bentley Alexander, basketball, track and field. Kinsley, basketball, track and field. Kinsley Beza, sorry. Chloe Bales, basketball, track and field, cross country. Eli Durham, basketball. Elsa Espinoza, basketball, track and field. Ada Kiesler, basketball, track and field. Nick Landera, football, basketball, track and field. Nala Lavario, basketball, track and field. Orion McFadden, football, basketball, track and field. Davian Porres, football, basketball, track and field. Uriah Salamanca, football, basketball, track and field, and cross country. Morgan Scott, basketball, track and field. That's your 6th grade athletics.
All right, now we'll move on to the 7th grade. Ivana Alvarado Corral, softball. Bryson Beza, football, basketball, and track. Jacob Blackwell, basketball. Marielle Bocanegra Lozano, basketball and track. Diego Carrillo, basketball. Emma Collins, softball, basketball, and track, and cheer. Allison Corral Olivas, softball and basketball. Keaton Ferguson, football, basketball, track. Luciana Gonzalez, basketball and cross country. Craig Yeager, football, basketball, track. Talon Madrid, football, basketball, track. Kelvin Marquez, football, basketball, track. Avon McDaniel, basketball, track, and cross country. Maricela Medina, softball, basketball, track. Hunter Meyer, football, basketball, track. Joel Orozco, football, basketball, track. Alyssa Ortega, softball, basketball, cheer. Rowdy Powers, football, basketball, track. Wyatt Scott, football, basketball. Lily Skelton, basketball, track, and cheer. Sitlali Marquez, softball and basketball. Victoria Villalobos Casas, basketball and track. Dominique Zavala, basketball. That's your 7th grade athletes. Go ahead and move on to 8th grade. Sam Audrain, softball, basketball, track. AJ Breeden, cross country. Bella Brewer, basketball and track. Jonathan De La Fuente, football, track. Riley Ford, softball, basketball, track. Anaya Flores, basketball track. Elijah Hernandez, football, basketball track. Gabriela Jaquez, basketball. George Johnson, football, basketball track. Braylon Kimball, football, basketball track. Madden Martin, football, basketball track. Luke McDaniel, football, basketball track, and cross country. Arabella McFadden, softball and basketball. Blake McGlasson, football, basketball track. Dayanara Roscoe, softball, basketball track. Haiti Porras, softball and basketball and cheer. My bad, Day also did cheer. I don't read that far over. Ezra Salamanca, football, basketball track, cross country. Tate Skelton, football, basketball track. Cesario Villa, basketball and track. Emiliano Villalobos Casas, basketball and track. Ace Williams, football, basketball track. Katie Yates, softball, basketball, and track. Yeah, I'll wait till they all get it. These are your 8th grade athletes.
One quick announcement. Girl athletes, we will start summer conditioning for high schoolers May 24th, junior high girls May 29th, 8 o'clock.
All right, so now we're going to celebrate our principal honor roll for the first semester. So congratulations to these students who kept A's and B's throughout the entire school, or the entire first semester. Students, after I call your name, you're going to stay up here and we'll get pictures by grade level, okay? Carter Barton, Zaylee Bonilla, Wyatt Kleinsmith, Tripp Hooks, Emery Jones, Kyson Keelan, Kaylia Molinex, and Trent Watley. That is our 5th grade principal honor roll for the first semester. Now for our 6th grade principal honor roll. Chloe Bales, Carly Bolin, Sochi Cordova, Elijah Durham, Ada Kiesler, Isak Ponce, Davian Porras, and Uriah Salamanca. For our 7th grade principal honor roll recipients, we have Emma Collins, Luciana Gonzalez, Craig Yeager, Lily Skelton, and Dominique Zavala. And our 8th grade principal honor roll, Jonathan De La Fuente, Elijah Hernandez, Luke McDaniel, Arabella McFadden, Haiti Porras, Tate Skelton, Cesario Villa, Emiliano Villalobos Casas, Ace Williams, and Katie Yates. Boys and girls, I'm going to ask you to be quiet. Thank you. Now for our superintendent's honor roll for the first semester. These are students who maintained A's throughout the entire semester. For 5th grade, Taggart Berry, Millie Cartwright, Gracie Lou Yeager, Sienna McDaniel, and Hayden Meyer. Sixth grade is a bit of a tougher year. So for superintendent's honor roll, we had Victoria Porras Viescas. And for 7th grade superintendent honor roll, we have Ivana Alvarado Corral, Allison Corral Olivas, Keaton Ferguson, Avon McDaniel, Hunter Meyer, Alyssa Ortega, Rowdy Powers, and Victoria Villalobos Casas. And for our 8th grade superintendent honor roll, we have Sarah E. Barahona, AJ Breeden, Kim Garay, Peyton Montgomery, and Ezra Salamanca. And at this time, we are going to ask Mrs. Canty to go ahead and come up. This is part of the high school program. We're going to get our Spanish 1 and 2 done so that they can take their students back to class.
I had Spanish 1, and the highest grade point average goes to Camila Isla. That's all I have.
Okay, Spanish 2. This class went through a couple of different change of teachers throughout the year, but these kids adapted and overcame. So the Outstanding Top Student Award for Spanish 2 goes to Rita Ponce. Good morning. Okay, I'm going to do concurrent enrollment and work study. These two programs are for our high school kids, mostly juniors and seniors, and we just want to recognize them this morning. So whenever you are called, please come get your certificate and then stay up for a picture. Concurrent enrollment. This year, ending the year with 9 credit hours, is Zane Bonilla. This year, 6 credit hours, Aspen Collins. Ending the year and graduating with 21 credit hours, Zara E. Porez. Ending the year and graduating with 24 credit hours, Ana E. Porez. Ending her junior year, 6 hours, Emma Mitchell. Graduating with 27 hours, Diego Flores. Ending his year with 4 hours, Clayton Kane. Graduating with 21 hours, Charlie Thrasher. Ending the year with 3 hours, Jessica Woodbury. Graduating with 15 hours, Ian Bocanegra. Graduating with 6 hours, Alex Breeden. Graduating with 15 hours, Derek Keenan. Graduating with 18 hours, Chrissy Maples. And ending her junior year, Jackie Berry with 3 hours. These kids take these classes at OPSU or online, and they do it during school. And they all this year have received either A's or B's. So let's give them a round of applause. Next, a couple years ago, we implemented a work-study program. So these students can go to work during the day. Some of them go first and second hour, first hour, fifth, sixth, and seventh hour, and they have a job. A lot of them get paid for this job. Some of them just a job they already had. Some are working in the field that they will be going to college and getting their career job in. Others work around the school here, and they do get credit hours for these. So earning 2 hours this year, Kennedy Elliott. Two hours, Fernando Guerrera. 3 hours, Derek Keenan. 2 hours, Adrian Madrid. 2 hours, Charlie Thrasher. 2 hours, Anthony Guevara.
2 hours, Jackson Schrader. 2 hours, Colton Roper. And with 3 hours, we have Eric Sanchez and Johnny Martinez.
Good morning. I'll be giving out my top student awards for all of the preps I have. I'm going to start with English 1, and that was Camilla Espore. For financial literacy, I'm doing 2 for each section of that. For my second hour, I have Ana E. Porras and Cody Page Audrain. For financial literacy 4th hour, I have Chrissy Maples and Charlie Thrasher.
Nobody's taking it. Oh, now you are.
For my computer applications 1, Baxter Mary. For computer applications 2, Chris Carrillo. And then I also have ELL, and that goes to Emilio Suarez Torres, but I don't know if I've seen him this morning. Is Emilio here? No. Okay. That is all.
Good morning. I'm Mr. Crawford, and I teach several classes here. I teach government, geography, high school art 1, high school art 2, and U.S. history. So I have several awards, and the first one is going to be for world geography. So if you need somebody to read a map for you, that person is going to be Victoria Alvarado. Next up is U.S. government, and this year the state of Oklahoma changed the rules, and everybody has to learn or pass the U.S. citizenship test. So every student in my U.S. government class can now pass the U.S. citizenship test. And then if you need a good attorney when she graduates, that's going to be Kate Davison. Next up is U.S. history, and we have a state test every year, and our students work really, really hard. And this year was very unusual because I did the awards and then I looked and there were 3 different outcomes. So my first semester history award is going to go to Aspen Collins for the highest grade. That's all right. My second one is going to go to Hugo de la Fuente. He had a 99 average second semester. My highest scoring history student actually is in my art class as well, and everything in the world would be better if it was pink. So my highest scoring history student is J.Q. Berry. I forgot to untuck my shirt. I know that's the new fashion. It's just okay. So high school art, I have 3 awards. 2 of these are students that no matter where I would go in high school, whatever class I was in or visiting anything else, these students, it doesn't matter. They eat, live, and breathe art. No matter where they are, you see them, they have their own their own scratch pads, everything else, and they're phenomenal. And my Art 1 award goes to Jade Raspberry. Okay. My Art 2 award goes to somebody that's going to make waves in the art world one day, I guarantee, and that's Jocelyn Chavera. She was also my teacher's aide this year. I'm not sure if my third student is here or not, but you'll have to bear with me here. Este año tuve el placer de 3 nuevos estudiantes de arte de México, Brian, Sergio, y Emilio. ¿Sí? Los 3 son muy talentosos. Mi último premio de arte es para un estudiante que come, vive y respira arte, Brian, séptimo. I don't guess he's here. That's all I've got. Thank you very much.
Hello. I brought treats. So I have a couple of awards for students that just made a pleasant year for me, provide an awesome environment, and just make it a nice experience. So I teach, my name is Mrs. Skelton, and I teach sophomore, junior, senior English. For my sophomore English, I would like to honor Kate Davison and Mackenzie Ingram. They've got extra gum for going the extra mile. For my juniors, I would like to honor Grayson McGlasson and Jackie Berry. And then for my seniors, Cody Page, Audrain, and Derek Keenan. And then I have one final award, and this is just for a student that pats me on the back every now and then and helps me remember why I do what I do. Just takes the time to keep me focused on why I do what I do, like I just said. And it's hard. This job is difficult and challenging, but she makes it worth it. My lifesaver, Emma Mitchell. Thank you.
Okay, I have several awards, so if you'll just wait till the end, because all of these students scored a #1 at the state level, and so I want to make sure that we honor them today. Ashley Carter, Ashley Curry, Tina Graham, Alexis Olivares, Yamalet Gomez, Emily Ledford, Kaylee Ford, Yvonne Martinez, Emma Wester, Xylia Strickland, Zariah Strickland, Sarah E. Porras, Anna E. Porras, Chrissy Maples, Mackenzie Ingram, Mia Garcia, Piper Aton. These girls are state champions. Can we give them another round of applause? It's hard to believe while they're doing this, it's hard to believe that we started with 13 kids in our choir program, and now we have almost 70 students in our choir program. It's awesome. And I have 2 awards. Both of these boys have been with me for 6 years, and oh my goodness, I'm about to cry. And so I'm very sad to see them leave, but I know that they're going to do great things in their lives. And one of them is Joe Hernandez, and he went with us to state this year. We got a little shysted on the district awards, but he was awarded 4 excellent ratings at the district level, and so for outstanding male vocalist for 6 years, Joe Hernandez.
Look a little homeless?
No. I don't know who to look at.
And then this young man, I can't even tell you how many medals he's won on the state level, on the district level. He can tell you how many because he reminds me often, but I can't remember the number. But this year he scored a #1 at state, #1 at districts, and he's my top male vocalist for 6 years, Pedro Martinez, or Pete Martinez. He said 22 first place medals. Just. And Jess Woodbury. I'm so sorry. Jess, get up here. Oh my goodness, it was behind everything. We will crop you in the other one. I'm so sorry. Jess also scored #1 at the state level.
I did too.
You forgot.
boys, so you'll get one with just me. A special one. Thank you, guys.
Well, every year about this time, in my home ec classes, we get to learn about the power of procrastination. Don't know if any of y'all know what that means. Hopefully you do, especially you seniors. We do quilt our second semester, and I tell them every year, I said, you know, if you wait to bring your stuff and you don't get started on time, you're going to be in here on the last day of school with me, and you're not going to like it because all your friends are not here. So let's just say we've been having a marathon this week trying to get our quilts finished, but we've finished 3 out of the 4, and we're almost there. So anyway, for my top student in home ec this year, it goes to Miss Kate Davison.
Hello again. I also teach yearbook and speech, and when I had to think about a top student in yearbook, I really couldn't decide between 2. Building the yearbook, sometimes, you know, some people might think, oh, it's really easy, but sometimes, you know, there's a lot of thought and effort that's put into it, and at the end of the year, it's, okay, I need you to do this, and I need you to do this, and I need you to do this. And anytime I ever have a request, after they all kind of look at me like, you want me to do what? I normally have 2 that jump up and say, okay, I'll do it. Or what can I do for you? And so I have 2 top yearbook students. The first one is Jonathan Tanqueray. And my second top yearbook student is Piper Aton. And then for speech every year, my top student, or students, depending on the year, are the ones that qualify for the state tournament. Qualifying for state can be very difficult. You go up against kids that are extremely talented. And this kid, he fought for the last 4 years to make it to state, and he finally did his senior year. So my top student in speech is Pete Martinez. Thank you.
Okay, I teach one class of sophomore biology, and my top student this year is Kate Davison.
I have awards in my science class, in physical science, Zariah Strickland, top student. Huh? I have a medal. My top student in Biology 1 is Emma Wester. She's coming. My top student in Biology 2 is Aspen Collins. And I also do academic meet, and we had a top student of Chrissy Maples. Get one. All right, thank you.
All right, I'm going to do the freshman history awards, similar to how I did junior high a second ago. Sorry, this is giving me fits. We got a top student, and then we got dark horse. Top student for the freshman history. There was 3 girls that basically ran away with this. I probably could have put any of those 3 names on it. They were the ones that were the most active. They read the most. They had the most discussion. They had the highest grades. I mean, literally, it was any of them. What decided it was who turned in the last assignment first. That was Zariah Strickland. And then Dark Horse. My favorite quote of all time comes from the movie We Bought a Zoo. And it says, sometimes all you need is 20 seconds of insane courage. Just literally 20 seconds of just embarrassing bravery. And I promise you, something great will come of it. These are words that I wish I could live by more. I think they're huge, important motivation. And I felt like this year, I was really blessed to get to see that example more than I could ever imagine within a class. My Dark Horse winner came in as a freshman with the mindset that they were going to work harder at school than they ever had before, that they were going to get involved in anything and everything. Sometimes they were very successful, other times not so much. But it was a true blessing to really get to see the bravery of this person, who they wouldn't describe themselves as brave. And that's going to stay with me the rest of my teaching career. What this student did this past year, I'm super proud of. I believe if she can silence her self-doubt, keep her head straight, eyes focused on goals, and with that ability to have 20 seconds of just insane courage, there's nothing that she can't accomplish. The Dark Horse Award winner is Tina Graham. Before I get to Stuco, I kind of forgot about broadcasting. I'm not going to have them come up here. I just want to give them a shout out. A lot of 7th graders were big helping this year. Rowdy Powers, Talon Madrid, Keaton Ferguson, Diego Carrillo, Jacob Blackwell, just to name a few I know I'm missing. Kelvin Marquez, I think, also helped as well. 8th graders, when I could get them from band or basketball, AJ Breeden, Tate Skelton, Luke McDaniel came back and they helped a lot this year. Camera work, you guys all got to watch that buzzer beater shot. And the reason why you got to see it in such a great focus is George Johnson was an amazing cameraman. We know Pete Martinez is the great right-hand man. It's not going to be the same without him. And then another big shout out with having to establish the esports program this year, a lot of things kind of fell to the side, not having enough time with broadcasting and student council. Ezra Salamanca did not 1 but 2 games solely by himself as an 8th grader broadcasting. And in both of those games, I don't know if anyone saw on the live, he actually had catastrophic failure, meaning the system crashed. And as an 8th grader, was able to get it back up and get it going again. And so huge shout out to Ezra for doing that. And just great broadcasting, kids. On to student council. If you're not fully aware, our student council won its 5th Gold Chapter Award in the last 6 years. The only year we didn't win was the COVID year. Recognizing them as one of the top chapters, there we go, in the state of Oklahoma. We had a finalist in the Difference Maker Award. And because of all those works those kids did, I was recognized as the advisor of the year too. So we had a great year. We're going to recognize the seniors from student councils. They get a blue cord to wear at graduation, blue representing the United States government. They are Chrissy Maples, Pete Martinez, Mia Garcia, Yvonne Martinez, and Joe Hernandez. I'm going to mess this up so bad. Thank you so much.
I get the privilege of teaching driver's education. Yes, I do have a few more gray hairs added this year. We learn our left and our rights very shortly. First semester driver's education, Victoria Alvarado. And our second semester, Stetson Curry. Okay, we're good. Thank you. Driver's Ed, summer Driver's Ed, we will get started Monday. School's not over yet. We will do the classroom work all next week. If your kid is wanting Driver's Ed, 15 years of age, we'll start Monday morning, 8 o'clock. Coach Husted's, we'll get them started in the classroom. We've got to have 30 hours, 32 hours for Texas students. And we will get that done in that week. So you must be there during this time to get the classroom hours, and then we'll sign up and drive around camps and vacations and everything like that, between Coach Husted and myself for Driver's Ed. So starts Monday morning, 8 o'clock.
Like Coach Higgins said, I think I got a few more gray hairs this year too. Thank you, freshmen. So I've got a few awards for these freshmen. There's a few students that I felt went above and beyond in my class, even though they definitely didn't want to put forth the effort. So in my second hour class, I had 2 students that were fighting it out for the top student award pretty much all year, and one of them ended up outlasting the other one, and that was Alexander Ramirez. Like I did with the 8th grade, I'm also giving a top benchmark score. The highest benchmark score in second hour algebra was Camila Espore. then in my fourth hour, there were several that were fighting out for that award as well. It ended up being the top student, had an average of 94.78 through the school year, Xylea Strickland. And then I couldn't just pick one benchmark score. These two young ladies both scored in the advanced category on their benchmark. One of them in the 87th percentile nationally and the other one in the 85th. So they tested very well. The one in the 85th percentile, losing out by 1 point, Zariah Strickland. And beating Zariah by 1 point, Maddie Mitchell.
All right, I got three completely different classes. They don't really seem to go together, but I will have one award for each. Criminalistics, I had them first hour. It's the first year for it. If you don't know what that is, it's like basically forensic science. We learned a lot of very big words this year. Top student criminalistics, Clayton Kane. For economics, we had Chrissy Maples. And for English 1, Xylea Strickland.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Sheets. I teach the high school math class, or geometry, algebra 2, and college ready math. If their averages, top averages were super close, I went ahead and gave it to both of them in my first hour, Ana E. Porez and Raul Reza. In fifth hour, there's Clayton Kane and Kennedy Elliott. And that's all for college ready. Do you want me to? For my geometry, second hour, second hour goes to Victoria Alvarado and Kate Davison. And sixth hour is Crosby Cartwright. In Algebra 2, third hour is Aspen Collins and Jackie Berry. And seventh hour is Hugo de la Fuente. There you go. Good job. Thank you.
I got one student for my health class, fourth hour, and that is Camilla Villa.
I'm up here to award a student their Academic All-State. Texhoma celebrates our first Academic All-State scholar. This year, Academic All-State students scored an average of 33 on the ACT with a combined GPA of 4.25. There will be an academic awards banquet in May to recognize these students, and we are proud to recognize Chrissy Maples for this groundbreaking achievement.
Okay, at this time we want to begin our scholarship portion of our award ceremony, and I would like to start by inviting up Kayla Yates to present her scholarship. After Kayla, I will invite Charles Russell, if you want to go ahead and head this way, and then Chesley Collins.
Just a little background about this scholarship because it is new this year. The Texhoma ISD, the Elementary School Board, participates in an organization called PASB, which is the Panhandle Area Association of School Boards at Region 16. And they go to meetings every quarter, and at those meetings, there is a drawing for a $500 scholarship presented to a district that's participating. And this year, Texhoma was one of those districts that was selected for this $500 scholarship. So it's my honor to share with you that Diego Flores has been selected for a one-time $500 scholarship provided by Texhoma ISD, the PASB Association, Region 16 Service Center, and Purdue, Brandon, Fielder, Collins, and Mott Attorney Organization in Amarillo.
Thank you.
Do you want
And now I would like to invite Charles Russell up to present the PTCI scholarship.
Hello there, my name is Charles Russell, and I'm a trustee on the board of PTCI, Panhandle Telephone Cooperative, our telephone company. And every year, Panhandle Telephone presents 20 $1,000 scholarships to graduating seniors across the Oklahoma Panhandle and the Northern Texas Panhandle. Now this year, we received over 150 scholarship applications. And these applications came in from all the way from Felt High School on the far west end of the Oklahoma Panhandle to Laverne High School on the east end of the Oklahoma Panhandle, and then from Perryton, Texas, north. And so we've received over 150 applications from graduating high school students. But PTCI can only present 20 $1,000 applications. Now, so that 150 had to be pared down to 20. Now, it's been a long time since any student from Texhoma has received a PTCI scholarship. But you all are smart kids. That's evidenced from all the honor t-shirts you received from PTCI. You all got 79 honor t-shirts from PTCI just this year. So I know y'all are smart kids. And I graduated from Texhoma High School a long time ago. So I just want to tell you, this year, Texhoma did not receive one PTCI scholarship, but they received 2 of the 20 PTCI scholarships. So at this time, it's my pleasure, and I would like to present the 2 scholarships. First, to Miss Charlie Thrasher. And, thank you. And second, to Mr. Derek Keenan. Now, juniors, the next school year, you will be the Texhoma High School Mighty Seniors. And so I want to encourage you right now, just as soon as the PTCI scholarship applications come out, grab a scholarship application and get it filled out thoroughly and get it sent back in, because, folks, nothing would make me happier than get to present another PTCI $1,000 scholarship next year. So thanks a lot, everybody.
At this time, I want to welcome Chesley Collins, and it looks like maybe Nick and Travis Brewer also to the stage.
Good morning, and thank you for having us. I'm Chesley Collins, and with me this morning are Nick and Travis Brewer. We are here to give the Texas County Farm Bureau Zane Brewer Memorial Scholarship. Travis and Nick are 2 of Zane's sons. We started this scholarship last year to honor Zane and his commitment to supporting the youth in Texas County. Zane was a board of directors for over 10 years for Texas County Farm Bureau. He was an avid volunteer for 4-H, FFA, and Boy Scouts. Zane was a huge supporter of our kids and their continuing education. The Texas County Farm Bureau Board of Directors and the family of Zane Brewer are pleased to award Alex Breeden with a $1,000 scholarship. The next scholarship I'm pleased to give is the Texas County Farm Bureau Women's Committee. We decided because we had so many applications, we gave one last year, and we had quite a few this year that the Women's Committee got together and decided to go ahead and give a $1,000 scholarship this year. The Farm Bureau Women's Committee is committed to supporting the development of young people in our communities across Texas County. This scholarship gives us the opportunity to support a future leader in agriculture. We are pleased to award Charlie Thrasher with a $1,000 scholarship.
And at this time, I want to invite Megan Williams up to award the Texhoma Alumni Scholarship.
I'm Megan Williams. I'm part of the Alumni Committee. This scholarship is pretty new. We've only had it 2 years. So you juniors, if you don't know about it, we'd appreciate your guys to apply for that scholarship next year. We'll be giving out another $1,000. This year's winner is Derek Keenan.
At this time, I invite Tammy Breeden up to present a scholarship.
Please bear with me if it takes me a minute. I'm very honored to offer this scholarship, the Mickey Huddleston Memorial Scholarship. Mickey Huddleston grew up in the Texhoma community. He attended Texhoma schools from K through 12, graduating in 1987. While in school, Mickey was very active in FFA. Agriculture was a passion and love. He pursued it even further when he graduated from OPSU with a degree in ag business. Nothing would make Mickey happier than to contribute to a student involved in the world of agriculture. It is our pleasure to award Alex Breeden the Mickey Huddleston Memorial Scholarship for $1,000. Sorry.
And lastly, I invite our ag teacher, Ms. Laura Allen, up to present one last scholarship here.
Okay, so I'm going to be talking about the same student for each of these awards. But first, I want to talk about this scholarship that she's been awarded. Every year, the Woodward District Junior Livestock Show awards several different memorial scholarships. And when Charlie first thought about filling out the scholarship, she was a little concerned because she hasn't shown at that show for the past few years. And so she was like, should I do it? Do you think I could do it? What if I don't show there this year? And I said, go ahead, fill it out. And sure enough, she has been awarded a $1,000 Bud Nelson Memorial Scholarship. Bud Nelson was a longtime county extension director in Woodward County and played a major role in the success and organization of the district livestock show. That's why they continue to honor him. And I'm sure something in Charlie's application that stuck out to them was that she stated that she would like to have a job in the future where she gets to organize and put on livestock shows as well. So they must have really thought her application was just super spectacular, because even though she hasn't shown there for quite a while, they decided to honor her with this scholarship. Yeah, you can stay up here. And the last award that I would like to recognize her for, she's been recognized for this twice already. Once at our FFA banquet, and again on stage at the BOK Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Charlie received her state FFA degree this year, which is a huge accomplishment. It's not just an easy application that they turn in their list, their name gets put on a list. There's a lot of extensive work that goes into this award, years of records. She has to produce a profit in an experience and invest in that experience. And so she was awarded with the highest degree that can be awarded in the State FFA Association. So.
Okay, now to continue, some of these scholarships that we will finish out with are local committee scholarships. Some are scholarships that students have applied for and their presenter couldn't be here, so we're going to do it for them. I just ask you bear with me. The kids have worked really, really hard on these. They do it in class, financial literacy class, and we send emails and we hand them out in person and we put it on the board, we put it in Google Classroom. So it was up to them to take the initiative to fill them out, and a lot of them did. One thing I want to start with is something new this year. It's called the ACT Work Keys, and it is a national certificate. Some of our seniors took this test to help them get into the workforce or a trade school versus the actual ACT, what might get you into a university or a college. This test is made up of applied math, graphic literacy, and workplace documents. And if they get a certain score on this test, they earn a medal. And that's what I'm going to be handing them today, as a medal on a certificate. And that medal can exempt them from credit hours when they do get into their program, such as like HVAC or mechanics and things like that. So first I'm going to present the bronze medals. Those are Anthony Guevara, Kennedy Elliott, Mia Garcia, Johnny Martinez. Before will come up, please. Next, I will present our silver medals. So I think the bronze gets them 3 credit hours into the program they're going into, and silver, I believe, gets 6. So those are Yvonne Martinez, Eric Sanchez, and Fernando Guerrera. And lastly, we did have 1 gold. This feller, he scored almost as high as you can in all the subject areas. He was 1 point away. And so the gold certificate goes to Nathan Hernandez. Is he here? Nope. Okay. So our first scholarship is called the Daughters of the American Revolution, and this was presented to Charlie Thrasher. The next one is a academic scholarship to Southwestern Oklahoma State University, and we have quite a few, so I'm going to let them all come up to be presented. Derek Keenan, Chrissy Maples, Charlie Thrasher, Clayton Kane, Zara E. Porez, Raul Reza, and Jose Garay.
This is the Hedrick Memorial Scholarship. Goes to Cody Page Audrain for a $100 scholarship.
We have 2 Gamma Theta sorority scholarships. We'll present them one at a time. The first one goes to Chrissy Maples, $100.
The second one, Gamma Theta sorority scholarship, goes to Charlie Thrasher for $100.
The next one we have is the Hackler Scholarship. This is being awarded to Jonathan Martinez for $150.
This is the Texoma Teachers Scholarship for $150 for each. Alex Breeden, Derek Keenan, Jonathan Martinez, Jackson Schrader.
Stay down there, DK. There you go. Next, we have a Texoma Wheat Grower Scholarship for $150. Derek Keenan. Sorry, should have told you to stay.
This is a Vicky Goose Scholarship, Kennedy Elliott, $200.
Next, the Rife Scholarship for $200 is going to Zara E. Porez.
The Hale Scholarship, Clayton Kane, $200.
Next, we're going to move to the Cody Keelan Memorial Scholarship, $250, Ian Bocanegra.
Stay up here, please.
Ian, stay.
Also a Cody Keelan Memorial Scholarship, $250, Joe Hernandez.
Next, we have a few Texoma Wheat Grower Scholarships, all for $250. They are Alex Breeden, Johnny Martinez, Yvonne Martinez, and Nathan McAuliffe. Next, we'll do the Bus Johnson Scholarship, and this goes to Zara E. Porras for $250.
This is the Wade Berry Memorial Scholarship. This goes to Johnny Martinez, $400. Wade Berry.
Yeah. This is a Hayworth Scholarship. It's going to go to Ian Bocanegra for $300.
This is on go Jim Berry Memorial Scholarship. This was Walt's, or not Walt, but it was Walt, and Wade's dad. Jim Berry was a longtime board member here at Texoma and board president. And this goes to Charlie Thrasher, $500.
Next, we'll do the McDaniel Scholarship. This is $500, and it is going to Alex Breeden.
This is the Oklahoma Coaches Association Region 1 Male Athlete of the Year Scholarship. Goes to Joe Hernandez, $500.
This is an OPSU Foundation Scholarship. It is called the Allie Mitchell Scholarship. It is for $1,000 going to Pete Martinez.
This is the South Plains College Founders Opportunity Scholarship. Goes to Derek Keenan, $1,000.
This is a Texas Tech University College of Human Sciences Scholarship, and it goes to Chrissy Maples for $1,000.
Northwestern Oklahoma State University Founders Scholarship, Cody Page Audrain, $1,000.
This is the Dale Scholarship, $1,000 awarded to Derek Keenan.
This is the Academic All-State Award, Chrissy Maples, $1,500 scholarship.
This is OPSU Foundation's Rule of Law Scholarship, $2,000, Pete Martinez.
Redlands Community College Beef Show Team Scholarship, Charlie Thrasher, $4,000.
These next several are going to be for $4,000. It's somewhere in there. These students qualified for Oklahoma's Promise, but they had to put in a lot of work to receive it, and so we wanted to recognize them. Oklahoma's Promise, as long as you go to school in the state of Oklahoma, will cover 100% of your tuition at any 2-year or 4-year university and a portion at private schools. So the following are Ian Bocanegra, Kennedy Elliott, Joe Hernandez, Ani E. Porez, and Zara E. Porez. This next scholarship is the Chrismon Scholarship, and it is awarded $4,687 to Charlie Thrasher.
This is the Hayes City Scholarship. Clayton Kane, Fort Hays State University, $6,000.
Texas Tech University Merit Scholarship, awarded to Chrissy Maples for $7,000.
These is the Susan Marie Scholarships. Susan Marie, she was a classmate of Jim Berry. She has been doing this scholarship 2016, I believe, 15, somewhere it started in there. These are $7,000 scholarships. You have to, if you receive this, every semester send us a transcript that you're in, and it is divided out into 8 semesters. So you have to send it in every semester, but it's $7,000 scholarships. And these go to Anahi Porez, Chrissy Maples, and Charlie Thrasher.
Those 3 are also your valedictorians. The last scholarship we're going to hand out today is an OPSU scholarship. It is being awarded between choir, band, and a music scholarship, I believe, to go to school for music. And so altogether, he is being awarded $38,400 at OPSU. Pete Martinez.
Just a reminder on these scholarships, when you get next fall, send us a transcript that you're enrolled in going to that college, and then we'll get the check to the college to help pay for your education. Underclassmen, it's out there. You have to apply. It's in Miss Keenan's financial lit class, Miss Phillips, they'll help you. You have to apply. They're just not going to, oh, here's a scholarship for you. No, you have to get in there. You have to apply and do it. It's up to you. It's there. You have to go get it. Appreciate these scholarships. Miss Keenan's financial lit class, giving these opportunities to these kids. Miss Phillips and people through the community that support these kids with these scholarships. We appreciate you very much. Thank you.
So students, as I call your name, just please come to the stage to receive your certificate. If there's large groups, I'll just have you stay up here. For perfect attendance out of the entire school, we had one student. So congratulations to Crosby Cartwright. Now these next, we will have more than just one. For Principal's Honor Roll, again for first semester, these are those students who kept A's and B's throughout the entire semester. For 9th grade, Piper Aton, Camilla Espore Avalos, Charlie Kiesler, Rudy Martinez Porras, Madison Mitchell, and Alexander Ramirez. Oh, yeah, just as groups. And for 10th grade, Riddick Aton, Crosby Cartwright, Melissa Espinoza, Briza Hernandez Gonzalez, Mackenzie Ingram, Joanna Salazar, and Emma Wester. And our Principal Honor Roll recipients for 11th grade, Zane Bonilla, Ashley Carter, Diego Hernandez, Grayson McGlasson, Isaiah Smora Balderrama, Aritza Ponce, Alfredo Rios, Camila Villa, and Samantha Villa. And our seniors who earned Principal Honor Roll for first semester, Kennedy Elliott, Diego Flores, Mia Garcia, Yamilet Gomez, Johnny Martinez, and Nico Sibilli. And now for our superintendent honor roll for high school. These are students who maintained A's throughout the whole first semester. For freshmen, Zariah Strickland and Xylea Strickland. And for our sophomore class superintendent honor roll, Victoria Alvarado Corral and Kate Davison. And for our junior class, superintendent honor roll, Jackie Berry, Aspen Collins, Hugo de la Fuente, Allie Mitchell, and Emma Mitchell. And our senior class superintendent honor roll goes to Cody Page Audrain, Ian Bocanegra Lozano, Alexander Breeden, Clayton Kane, Jocelyn Shavira, Jose Garay, Derek Keenan, Chrissy Maples, Yvonne Martinez, Anahi Porras, Zerai Porras, Raul Reza, Eric Sanchez, and Charlie Thrasher. Next is our Mr. and Miss All Around. This goes to the students with the highest participation of activities throughout their entire high school career. This year, those are awarded to Chrissy Maples, Charlie Thrasher, and Derek Keenan. Next is Mr. and Miss THS. This goes to the students who have been selected by their peers for who best represents Texhoma schools. This year, Cody Page Audrain and Joe Hernandez were chosen. The district proudly introduces its valedictorians and salutatorians for the graduating class of 2023. These students have demonstrated a strong dedication to their academics and responsibility to the Texhoma School District and their community, all while participating in extracurricular activities and other obligations. As I call your name, please come to the stage. Salutatorians for the class of 2023, Derek Keenan. Go ahead. Sarah E. Porras. And Diego Flores. Oh, are you? Okay. And your valedictorians for the class of 2023, Charlie Thrasher. Chrissy Maples. And Anahi Porras. Parents and families, thank you so much for coming to celebrate our students' academic achievements. Students, sit down, please.
Come back. Who is it?
Hey, you need to sit down. Thank you. We want to thank you all for coming out today. School is not released until 12 o'clock. We do need to finish those checkout forms. Parents, if you are here, you may check out your students. Please stop by the office to do so. We do want to make sure and invite everyone to graduation. It is this Saturday at 10 a.m. in the gym. Is there anything else?
You need to retake those all around.
Yeah, and if our all-arounds will come back up to the stage. And parents, you're more than welcome to take some pictures before you go. Students, if you do still need a checkout form, stop by my office and Mrs. Houston can help you. Thank you, everyone. Is that
Joe.
Is that Alex? Is that who that is?
Yes. Joe.
Oh, and was it the